Okay, so in our last video we talked about the proper way to breathe deeply, and what we talked about is that you want to bring the air all the way deep down into your diaphragm. So when you take a deep breath, your hand should go out as your diaphragm expands, so it's like this. And on the exhale it all comes out as kind of like squeezing a tube of toothpaste up from the bottom. Okay, so your hand should be going in as all of that air is coming out. And then I made a post about why we're interested in breathing deeply like this and learning the proper way to breathe. And the first thing I talked about in that was all the health benefits, how it lowers your blood pressure, lowers your heart rate, helps with your stress, nourishes your cells better, increases your immunity. But today what I want to focus on is how breathing deeply can help you with exercise. Okay, so what you need to know is that the lower lobes of your lungs are much better at getting oxygen into your blood than the upper lobes of your lungs. So how does this apply to exercise? Well, have you ever felt out of breath if you try to run or climb up steps or climb up a hill? What's going on there is that your muscles are telling you, I will be more than happy to keep up this pace or to get you up to the top of that as long as you give me what I need to make the energy to do that. And if you remember from biology class, your cells make energy by making something called ATP. And there is a long convoluted chemical reaction to make this happen, but one of the components of that is oxygen. So your muscles are screaming for oxygen to do what you're asking them to do. And our reaction to that is usually, okay, I need to suck some wind here to get the oxygen in that my muscles are demanding. But if we're doing it inefficiently, we're making it much harder on ourselves. So if you are taking a whole bunch of quick, shallow chest breaths, that oxygen is not getting where it's needed in those muscles. So what you want to do for your cardio type activities is concentrate on getting those deep breaths and think about the fact that that is how you're going to deliver the oxygen that your muscles need. And this also works for strength training as well. Again, you need blood and oxygen in your working muscles to help them lift that load. Okay, so what you want to do here is, for example, with a bicep curl, on the lowering part of the movement, that's where you want to take a deep breath and get that oxygen into your blood. And then on the raising part of the motion, you're going to blow it out. And again, you want to blow it out completely, because what happens if you don't is that you still have some stale air left there in the lungs. You want to get all of that out so you have room for nice, fresh, clean, oxygenated blood to get to the muscles that are going to need it. So the key to making it easier on yourself for both cardio type of exercise as well as strength training is that you've got to take those deep breaths all the way down to the diaphragm expands, and that is going to get the oxygen that you need to make these things easier on you. And when they talk about exercise being good for stress relief, well, that works on a lot of levels, but one part of it is getting all of this good deep breathing into your life. So this is what I want you to focus on this week. Your exercise challenge is to incorporate this kind of breathing when you exercise. So whether it be cardio or doing strength training exercises, it's probably going to be easier for you to do this for strength training because you got a little less going on. It's easier to think, okay, breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. When you're working on walking a little faster or running, sometimes you've got some interference there where you've got the rhythm of your feet going and then you're trying to get the breathing in as well. So be patient with yourself, but trust me guys, get the breathing down from the beginning and you're going to find this a lot easier. So work on it this week and let me know how it goes.